Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT TakeOver the Game. It's me, Mikey Bro. This is NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 126, where this is NXT Rage, being held in San Diego at the Watts Arena in front of 7,859 people. Alright, Tom Phillips, Nigel McGuinness, and Byron Saxon welcome us to NXT. Tom Phillips says that tonight on NXT, we're going to have one hell of a show. We have an action-packed show tonight as we have two more Money in the Bank qualifying matches tomorrow. First, adds Nigel McGuinness, we have Will Ospreay taking on Sullivan Crowe, and also Cedric Alexander taking on the Velveteen Dream. But that's not all, guys, adds Byron. Blake and Murphy asked for a rematch against the newly formed So-So on the same page team of Sami Zayn and Ciampa, and William Regal has granted it. So this got the crowd to a hot start, and this will be the last Rage independently before NXT TakeOver Legacy. The next event will be Resistance, and then we'll have the Super Show. So, anyways, this is a 78B. All right. To open up the show in a decent match, Will Ospreay qualifies for the Money in the Bank as he defeats Solomon Crowe in 11:25 by pinfall with a 6:30 splash. Will Ospreay with the victory here tonight. Will Ospreay was off his game, unfortunately, but this did get the crowd buzzing, and it did give the match a boost. 54 and a 53 for Ospreay and Crowe. No skill improvements, but a 60 overall. All right, next up, we see clips from the Mae Young Classic, including Io Shirai, whose name I spelled incorrectly, defeating Dakota Kai to get her chance to face the NXT Women's Intercontinental Champion Ruby Riott at NXT TakeOver Legacy or WrestleMania. We then see a promo package landing on both Ruby Riott and Shirai. They face off in 2 weeks. No skill improvements, but a 69 for the ladies. All right, next up also at NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, Bayley, Sasha Banks. The two finally collide. 75 B- for this segment. Obviously, as you guys have followed me, for most of you have followed me, we run through the go home stuff, and really there's not a lot of it's mostly just hype train at this point. We have matches, but most of the matches that have helped determine the legacy card have already pretty much went through. So it's a lot of hype stuff, quicker shows, shorter shows as we get ready for legacy. So just stay with me the next couple weeks, guys. 75 B-. All right, next up in a good match, Ciampa and Blake defeat Blake and Murphy. When Sami Zayn defeats Blake by pinfall with a brainbuster, Sami Zayn with the victory along with Tommaso Ciampa. They both get along, but it took 16 minutes to beat Blake and Murphy. There was some miscommunications, but they got the job done. Velvet Sky did some good work at ringside. The great performance of Sami Zayn stood out. 91 and 84 to Zayn and Ciampa, and Blake and Murphy with 43 and 42s. The undefeated and unopposed house looms. Sterling has advanced in game heat. 77B, and look at that. Sami's improving in performance. That's great. 77B. All right. We've just gotten word from the back now, says Morrow, after the Authors of Pain saw the match over the screen tonight. It says that the Authors of Pain have demanded that the El Ring Dynasty, Akam and Razor, put their NXT Tag Team Championships on the line against Hanson and Raymond Rowe, a match we were not scheduled to see tonight, but Hanson and Rowe are not going to say no because Mamma Mia, says Mauro Ranallo, this is going to be an NXT Heavyweight Tag Team Championship bout out of nowhere. The Authors of Pain want to prove their dominance. So Sterling has advanced and gained heat 88B, which is amazing. Razor is a stale gimmick. Akar is a real star. No skill improvements. All right. Next up, we see Triple H in the back with William Regal, but like last week, he's discussing details. However, we can't hear. Regal's face, though, seems strained. Triple H and William Regal talking about something. We're really not sure what. 84B+. All right, next up in a decent match, the Velveteen Dream defeats Cedric Alexander in 10:43 with a power line and qualifies for the Money in the Bank ladder match at NXT TakeOver Legacy 2 on WrestleMania. 58 and 56, color commentary gave it a boost. The Dream is improving in performance, which is fantastic. 64C for Dream and Alexander. All right. I click it? I did not. All right, next up. Super Rage, Super Resistance. Next week, it's Resistance, our next show, as always. But then the go-home show before NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, our WrestleMania, will feature both Rage and Resistance wrestlers and full rosters. A huge night of action, a huge extravaganza where Rage faces Resistance in some matches. Workers from NXT UK will be in action, guys. Also from our other developmental country, All Japan Pro Wrestling will come over from the East and will face off in the West here. Also, don't miss it. 85B plus. It's going to be a crazy. I think it's going to be like a 3-hour edition of NXT, but it's going to be just a lot of fun. I'm just going to blow it out because it's almost the finale. Why not? 85B plus. All right. Speaking of Super Show, Bobby Roode will be there with an update on Kathy Kelly, as reportedly he's been spending time with her while in the hospital. He's feeling bad after he accidentally hit her when getting into a fight. Aleister Black and Drew McIntyre, the number one contenders to his championships, will also be there. So we're still having lingering fallout from the Bobby Roode, Nick Magnus stuff. Obviously, Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black going to back-to-back countouts. They both will be facing Bobby Roode at NXT TakeOver Legacy 2. They'll be there next week. Bobby Roode did a masterful job. Drew McIntyre did great. Aleister Black did great. Came across well. Everyone has advanced and gained heat. Absolutely great. 86B plus, though, guys. I'm looking forward to this one. 86B plus. Next, though, we fade backstage to the Velveteen Dream, who is seen in the back, drenched in sweat, as he walks up to Will Ospreay and puts his hand on the back. Ospreay turning around his back, frustrated. Ospreay asks what he wants. He says, after last week, he's absolutely shocked that you, Dream, would even come up to me. You turned on me. Dream giggles and says, baby, it was all for show. I had the inside track that we would be qualifying matches for Money in the Bank, and it needed to seem like we were at odds. The fans boo. The fans then watch Dream walk around Ospreay. Fight with me, Willie. Fight beside me at NXT TakeOver Legacy 2. I'm doing an awful impersonation of my favorite character on NXT right now. And once all the riffraff is away, we can determine, like gentlemen, who should hold the NXT Money in the Bank briefcase. Dream runs his hands along Ospreay as he leaves. Ospreay possibly is considering the offer. Confusing. 61C. We've advanced the storyline in this segment. No worker or skill improvements, though, as Ospreay and Dream join Hideo Itami, Mr. NXT, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bate in the Money in the Bank briefcase match. It is going to be off the hook. 61C. But in our main event, and about that great wrestling and good heat, the Authors of Pain defeated War Machine in 9:57 when Akon defeated Hanson by submission. Authors of Pain make their defense number 30 of their NXT Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. I'm going to snap this real quick. There was a definite lack of psychology on display, which was unfortunate, but a 78B, Rowe with a 55, Hanson with a 60, and the Authors of Pain, good golly, Miss Molly, and I don't mean Holly, 92 for Akon, 92 for Rizard, Jesus, they are the freaking stars of this save. It is unquestionable, 78B. Alright, as the fans boo at the Authors of Pain having successfully defended their NXT Heavyweight Tag Team Championships tonight against War Machine, Rachel Eldring has a microphone. Rachel asked Sami Zayn and Tommaso Ciampa if they were watching, if they just witnessed the destruction of the next big things here in NXT, War Machine. The fans boo. Rachel says, spoiler alert, the Eldring Dynasty is so confident that we would win tonight, we requested the championships be put on the line. The fans boo again. Rachel closes her eyes, then opens them up again with a smirk. She says that come NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, come Legacy 2, our destiny will continue to be fulfilled. Our destiny will continue to be realized. Our destiny is now. Our now. The book chapter 2 that I am continuing is nearly complete, and come Legacy 2, Ciampa Zayn, you will fall like everyone before you. War is our peace. To Akon, to Razor, the Authors of Pain. So we've advanced all of this. Akon and Razor were awesome. Ruby Riott looked great. She was out there too. 85B plus. And good golly, the Authors of Pain and Sami Zayn and Tommaso Ciampa. If that's not going to blow the roof off of NXT TakeOver, NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, 85B plus. We got an 81 out the gate here. This increased our popularity in 45 regions. Authors of Pain, I wanted to get them to their 30th championship defense because I'm not sure which way I'm leaning. Am I leaning Authors of Pain or am I leaning Sami Zayn and Tommaso Ciampa? I'm actually debating if I'm just going to let it run in and of itself and whatever happens, happens. I might do that. Either way, this was NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 126, NXT TakeOver Rage, Rage TV. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a glorious rest of your day.